Bob's Movie Review. Gonna tell us what's true. Bob's Movie Review.
Hello, movie lovers! Today I'm going to review Y2K, the latest theatrical release from A24, directed by Kyle Mooney and starring Jaeden, Martell, and Rachel Zegler. This film takes us back to 1999, a time of dial-up internet, boy bands, and an irrational fear that the world's computers would implode at midnight on New Year's Eve. If you were a teenager in 1999 like I was, Y2K is bursting with nostalgia, fashion, technology, and most notably, the music. But does it hit the right notes, or is it stuck in a scratch CD loop? Let's dive in. The film opens like so many teenage comedies of the late 90s. We meet best friends played by Martell and Zegler, navigating high school awkward crushes, and the biggest party of the millennium. The setup is familiar, think American Pie meets Superbad, but there's a twist right when you're lured into thinking this is a raunchy buddy comedy. The clock strikes midnight and the movie transforms into a tech-fueled horror. Unlike the real Y2K, where nothing happened, in this universe technology goes haywire, becoming self-aware and deadly. Cue blenders, dishwashers, and even Walkmans turning into killing machines. Sounds thrilling, right? Well, not quite. Well, the premise is clever, the execution feels like a clunky DVD player skipping. First, there's a logic gap you can't ignore. In 1999, most household appliances weren't connected to the internet or to each other, yet in this movie, everything electronic suddenly becomes a homicidal maniac. Except for a few devices, which don't because, well, reasons. The film attempts to straddle the line between horror and comedy, but stumbles. The laughs, few and far between. It wants to be raunchy, self-aware Superbad of the horror world, but most jokes miss the mark, leaving awkward silence instead of chuckles. As for the scares, I've seen more tension in a Tamagotchi low battery alert. Now let's talk about the character cameos. Brace yourself, because Fred Durst of Limp Bizkit fame shows up. Yes, Fred Durst. He's hiding out in a video rental store looking like he wandered in from 2023 instead of 1999. The film makes no effort to explain why he's there, which feels like a missed opportunity. Nostalgia for nostalgia's sake is one thing, but this just feels lazy, like they slapped him into the plot and said, that'll do. As the story progresses, the cast is whittled down, leaving only a few survivors to save the day. The romance subplot between Martell and Zegler's character is serviceable, but predictable, checking off every teen movie trope from the early 2000s. Still, it gives the audience someone to root for, even if it's as formulaic as a TRL countdown. To its credit, Y2K gets some things right. The practical effects and gore are impressively done, with the over-the-top death scenes feeling like a cheeky nod to 80s horror. And the soundtrack, a total banger. From Britney Spears to Blink-182, the music alone will transport you back to the days of burning mixed CDs and Napster downloads. Ultimately, though, Y2K doesn't quite stick the landing. It's not funny enough to be a great comedy, nor scary enough to succeed as a horror. The film feels like a time capsule that forgot to include anything truly worthwhile. Nostalgia can be a great hook, but it can't carry an entire movie. I wanted to love Y2K, I really did, but like a scratch CD, it skips too many beats. For the solid gore and killer soundtrack, I'm giving it a 2.5 out of 5. It's worth a watch if you're craving a trip down memory lane, but don't expect to blow up your dial-up connection. Thanks for watching, and let me know in the comments, would you survive a Y2K apocalypse, or would you be toast by your toaster?
I've been wondering Bob's thoughts on the latest blockbuster scenes. Does he say it's all worth seeing, or just some dream? Bob's Movie Review.